What's poppin', everybody? This is the cartoon kid Ray Rawlins, and today we continue the 25 days of Christmas cartoons marathon on the Cartoon Kid channel, and we are talking about the Christmas episode from American Dad, season 6, For Whom the Sleigh Bells Toll. Now, of course, before we get into it, we got to give you the episode breakdown. And for a change, I'm doing the breakdown this time. So,
Oh.
you know what? Alice Payne, you can give us the episode breakdown.
Oh. Um. I thought I was gonna get a break, man. But okay. This episode basically revolves around. It's the Christmas episode, obviously, so they had to figure out a way to make it Christmassy. So Stan is debating on getting Steve a gun, and Francine is like, "Nah, he can't handle that shit." And I think everyone in the audience could see that shit is true. So, he gets him a gun, and while practicing with the gun, he ends up shooting what he thinks is a mall Santa. So, they take the guy to home so Stan could check the fingerprints to see who he is, but his name doesn't come up, and Francine finds the body. So the family as a whole just decides to just bury him and forget about it. And then they get these weird letters from Santa. So they went to go and check the body, and the body was gone. And they left a note saying pretty much, "Dismiss or fuck, we gonna kill your ass." So, and the side plot that's happening is Roger is looking for basically like an alcohol to use in eggnog that could get him super drunk because he's numb to the alcohol now. So the guy at the liquor store sends him to this hillbilly up in the mountain that makes the strongest whiskey in the world. So after after Stan and them realize they're fucked, Roger carries them out to this cabin. And Haley calls Jeff because she wants to spend Christmas with her husband, and this dumbass brings Santa with him because he sent him the note saying where they could be. And just a big war breaks out, and that's the plot of the episode.
Man, I gotta say, my first impressions for this, I got a couple of them. But this is the main one. Like, how the fuck are you gonna kill Santa, man? Because I'm trying to think, is Santa really the bad guy in this episode? Santa motherfucking has all his motherfucking peoples and shit. They making gifts for all the kids and shit. And trust me, there's a lot of kids out there who naughty. But Santa, obviously looks out for them and shit. And this motherfucker, dumbass parent gives his kid a gun, a machine gun, motherfucker lit Santa ass up. So yeah, I think Santa's the good guy in this episode. Santa out for revenge. Santa out for blood. Santa want the smoke, and Santa gonna give them the smoke. So listen, I can't get mad at Santa for this one. I was rooting for Santa. Like, oh, Santa finna come to get your ass, boy. So that's my first impressions. What about you?
My first impression was I used to watch the show. I wouldn't say a lot, but I used to watch it pretty much every day though, because it
Mm-hmm.
used to come on at 2 o'clock on because I'm the type of person that like will put one channel on that has like a myriad of shows that I like and just leave it there.
Right. Right.
So this used to come on 2 o'clock for like an hour, maybe two, depending on when. So I used to watch it every day in that context, and I even seen this episode a few times before. But I'm saying all this to say, I don't remember Jeff's voice sounding so kiddish. So that was my first impression. It's like, why does he sound like that? Like Jeff sounds like. I mean, I get they're trying to, you know, portray him as like a very immature person and everything. So that's probably why. But his voice sounded like he was 12 at the
Right.
very most.
Listen, I haven't seen American Dad in so long. To be honest with you, I didn't even know there was a Jeff. But let's get on into the moments. I'm gonna let you go first because I do have a couple. I'm gonna let you go first though.
um, I honestly like. I feel like I don't have a lot of too many moments beyond the big giant battle. That was
Of
pretty
course. Well, go
epic
ahead,
and
discuss
great.
that.
I feel like. Um, just a lot. I mean, just the battle as a whole. Ain't much, to say
I,
separately.
I
Like the
will tell
battle
you
as a
this:
whole was
during the
great to me.
battle, Man, if I was Jeff, I would have stuck with Santa. That's all. I would have stuck with Santa. Fuck Haley. I would have stuck with Santa. Santa gonna make sure I'm straight. I get everything I want. I motherfucker lit them motherfuckers up. Brrr, I would. Oh man. But another moment of mine, going back earlier on in the episode, was when Stan was teaching Steve how to use the gun and shit. I don't remember exactly how he said it, but he's like,
Oh
man,
yeah, he
you gotta
described
treat a
it
gun.
using as a woman.
Yeah, use it as you gotta use it like a woman. You gotta clean it, inspect it, and then you gotta jam the magazine in the hole. And if it doesn't fit, make it fit. So obviously later on in the battle, Steve's fucking around with the gun. He's like, how you like that, Linda? That shit was having me rolling. It's nice to see him like call back to a joke earlier on in the episode, man. It's like, that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah,
Obviously.
when they were sucking the candy cane to make it pointy, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like,
That's stupid as shit, man.
right, and then friggin' Haley put the point on there really easy, implying that she gives a mad blowjob.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, Obviously when Roger goes into the store, try to, he's like in a fit of rage and shit, because homeboy, wasn't taking him seriously. He's like, I'm serious, I can't get drunk off this shit, and basically knocks over a whole shelf and whatnot. And obviously dude's telling the story about the 4-armed blind man and shit up there in the mountains making moonshine, and Rogers basically leaps up because another dude came in there. He was asked some questions about, I forgot what, but Rogers got basically tired of his ass, jumped up, basically starting to attack his ass. I like how it was all slow motion and whatnot. I thought that was pretty dope. And the whole shit with like Stan and Jeff throughout this whole episode. Stan obviously doesn't like him, doesn't feel like he's worthy enough to be in their family. And it's like, man, yeah, he's immature, but you know what? Hey, that's your daughter's boyfriend. So y'all gotta actually know husband. So y'all basically gotta make it work. And like I said, nearing the end, obviously they make up and they basically fend off the whole Stan's entire army. So that obviously those are a couple of my favorite moments. Jeff did the honorable thing. I wouldn't have been so honorable. Like I said, I would say, man, Stan, I'm riding with you, boy. What we gonna do? I gotta say though, and I'm surprised you didn't mention this. When Sparantine finds out about the body and shit, you can tell she's been watching some motherfucking investigation Discovery Channel.
Oh, you knock the teeth in and cut the hands off.
Yeah. Like, damn, they finna do this to Santa Claus, man. And when the motherfuckers shooting the damn arrow at them and shit, the little elf, like, yo, yeah, Santa's coming for y'all. And you see Santa at the North Pole sitting in front of the fireplace and whatnot. I'm like, oh yeah, Santa, go get their ass, boy. The one thing though, and we're crossing over into review territory with this episode with me, is like, I personally am not a huge fan of the ending. Like, I mean, obviously you don't want any of them to die. And of course, Santa did the right thing by retreating. So, he has a couple casualties, obviously, but those are like elf people. They're toy makers and shit. And you don't want the Smith family to die. Like, I kind of wish there was a better resolution to this. Like, maybe him and Santa, Stan, the Smith family and Santa got off on like a good foot and want to close shit up. Like, oh yeah, fuck it. Ain't no use fighting. It's Christmas. Let's motherfucking make love or something. I don't know.
But I feel like that would have been too cheesy of an ending, though.
I guess so. And yeah, you could argue they're trying to do something different. But it's just like, I don't know. That ending kind of didn't stick well with me. I'm like, man, shit, the war ain't over? Did they ever make another Christmas episode like this where Santa came back and whatnot?
Well,
I don't think so.
When I was looking to watch this episode, I saw they had to at least up to season 15, and this is in season 6, so I would hope so.
I don't know. I want to look, and if there is, I want to check it out. But as far as I know, I haven't seen a second, sequel to this episode. But either way, let's finally get into reviews. Alex, what is your final review for this episode?
I think it's a pretty decent episode. I feel like the battle is probably the main selling point for this episode. Like, it's. Oh yeah. I thought the battle was really epic and everything, and I thought like the moment when Stan was like said to Jeff is like, let's go die as a family. I thought that was really like epic, I guess you could say.
That was cheesy to me. It's like, yeah, you're not a big fan of this dude. Yeah, he saved you in a sense, but it's just like, dude was the reason why you got hit. Dude was the reason why you got hit. He got up and rocked over by Santa and shit, had you all distracted, and your ass got taken down. So I wouldn't have been so forgiving. Man, fuck you. You should die, motherfucker. You over here taking sides with Santa and shit. Yeah, you came over here, but you was on the side with Santa for a little bit, man. Bogus
Yeah,
ass.
but I think he did that to go hurt Santa, though. I don't think he was going to genuinely stay over there. I think he
Yeah,
was doing
okay.
that to like
Okay,
as like a,
yeah. I forgot about that. Good point. Um,
and then he
Go
stabbed
ahead.
him in the ass with the horns of the helmet.
Yeah. He's like bogus as hell. I'm sorry, Santa. Bam! Oh! Santa went down for that motherfucker.
But
He called his motherfucking elf people come check on him and shit. He fucked Santa up. But continue, go ahead.
so I think like the episode is really enjoyable in my opinion. I like it because like when you told me we was doing American Dad or whatever, I kind of was hoping it was going to be this episode that you was going to mention. Um, I mean I don't know if there is other Christmas ones or not, but you know
I think there is. I'm almost sure there is.
I
But this
want
is
to
the
say
one
there
that
is
came to my
too.
mind. But
But
go ahead.
so yeah, I was kind of hoping we did this one, and I would say I think it's just as good as I thought it was. And now, that's not to say it's some super fantastic thing that like blows all reality, but I think it's deserving of a nice solid 7.5 on my end.
Oh! Yo, you on my point with the ratings, boy, because I'm over here thinking the same thing. Listen, before I get my final review, who do you think will win? American Dad Santa Claus or Futurama Santa Claus? I think it's a no contest, obviously.
Yeah, I think you know the answer to that one. See,
Listen,
friggin'
I
Futurama
was
Santa Claus or friggin' rape American Dad Santa
I
Claus.
was kind of disappointed, man. I want to see Santa pull out that strap. I want to motherfucking see Santa. I want to see Santa motherfucking light motherfuckers up, yo. Straight up, man. It's just like, man, Santa's over there just motherfucking sitting back, just watching and whatnot. Ain't really doing shit. When then I'm thinking about Futurama Santa. This motherfucker pulls out a little laser machine gun, if you want to call it that, and just starts freaking shooting that frying leader. Like, oh shit, Santa got that strap, yo. Santa ain't playing. Santa busting at him. But I was kind of disappointed at that. But that's just a little nitpick. Overall, like you said, damn good episode. I haven't seen American Dad in a minute, but it's nice to like revisit it for a Christmas special nonetheless. Like this was one of my favorite episodes as a kid. And always like when it came around on the Christmas season. I gotta say though too, fantastic pacing. I like the fact that they start off on two subplots and they basically bring them all together near the end where they go have that battle at the dude's cabin in the woods or mountains or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. So I thought that was pretty dope. Good pacing, good storyline. And man, Santa should be the forgiving type, man. It's just like, damn. But I'm definitely gonna look and see if they have another like sequel to this episode for sure. Like they have to, man. But overall, I'm with you, man. 7.5 rating, good pacing, like I said. I love how the whole two plots came together: the Roger getting the liquor and Steve killing Santa. So I thought that was pretty dope. 7.5 for me and a 7.5 for you. My name is Ray Rawlins. His is Alex Payne, and that has been our review from American Dad, episode from season 6 called "From Whom the Sleigh Bells Toll." Pretty creative name, if you ask me. But all right. Y'all know who it is, man. This is the Cartoon Kid channel where we talk cartoons and we do it daily, baby. Tomorrow, we're going to continue the 25 Days of Christmas Cartoons Marathon. And until then, we will see you when we see you. Peace.